There's a clear difference between candidates who pass the AWS Certified Generative AI Developer professional exam and those who fail. The ones who fail focus on building AI systems. The ones who pass understand how to secure them, govern them, and defend them under enterprise constraints. AI safety, security, and governance is where the exam separates surface knowledge from professional-level expertise. Today, we're training at that level. Question 1. A company deploys a public-facing generative AI chatbot using Amazon Bedrock. Security teams are concerned about prompt injection attacks that may override system instructions. Which solution best mitigates this risk? A. Allow unrestricted user prompts. B. Trust the foundation model's default behavior. C. Disable logging. D. Validate inputs, protect system prompts, and filter outputs. Take a few seconds to think. Correct answer, D. Validate inputs, protect system prompts, and filter outputs. Explanation: prompt injection attacks try to manipulate the model by inserting malicious instructions in the user prompt to override the system prompt or safety rules. Question 2. An enterprise must restrict model invocation permissions so that only specific microservices can call Amazon Bedrock APIs. Which approach best enforces least privilege? A. Use a shared IAM role across all services. B. Store credentials in application code. C. Use administrator-level permissions for simplicity. D. Use least privilege IAM roles for each service. Take a few seconds to think. Correct answer, D. Use least privilege IAM roles for each service. Assigning separate IAM roles with only the required Amazon Bedrock permissions to each microservice ensures that every service can access only the resources it needs. This follows the principle of least privilege and reduces the risk of unauthorized access if one service is compromised. Question 3. A financial organization must maintain traceability of all generative AI interactions for regulatory audits. Which combination best satisfies this requirement? A. Enable CloudTrail logging with encrypted S3. B. Disable logging to improve overall system performance. C. Store logs locally on EC2 instances. D. Log only successful API requests only. Take a few seconds to think. Correct answer. A. Enable CloudTrail logging with encrypted S3. Explanation: AWS CloudTrail records all Amazon Bedrock API calls, providing a complete audit trail. Storing the logs in encrypted Amazon S3 ensures secure, durable storage required for regulatory compliance and traceability of AI interactions. If you want to master these scenario-based decisions, structured AWS Generative AI Developer Professional Practice questions from Pass for Success help simulate real exam complexity and governance-focused thinking. Question 4. A company must automatically detect and mitigate harmful or policy-violating outputs from a generative AI application. Which approach best addresses this requirement? A. Ignore outputs after generation. B. Automate moderation with CloudWatch alerts. C. Manually review logs weekly. D. Disable monitoring to reduce cost. Pause and think. Correct answer, B. Automate moderation with CloudWatch alerts. Explanation: automating output moderation ensures real-time detection and mitigation of harmful or policy-violating content. Integrating with CloudWatch alerts allows immediate response and monitoring, reducing risk compared to manual or no monitoring. Question 5. A healthcare company is using Amazon Bedrock to build a generative AI assistant for internal medical staff. Security teams are concerned that prompts may contain sensitive patient data. The company must prevent accidental exposure of protected information. Which solution best addresses this requirement? A. Allow all prompts to be processed without validation. B. Filter and mask inputs before sending to the model. C. Store prompts permanently in plain text logs. D. Disable prompt monitoring. Pause and think. Correct answer, B. Filter and mask inputs before sending to the model. Explanation: filtering and masking sensitive patient data before it reaches the model prevents accidental exposure of protected health information, PHI, ensuring compliance with privacy regulations like HIPAA. Question 6. A company wants to ensure that generative AI model access is limited only to internal applications inside a private network. Which approach best secures access? A. Expose the model API publicly. B. Use VPC endpoints with IAM authentication. C. Share API keys via email. D. Disable authentication for faster performance. Pause and think. Correct answer. B. Use VPC endpoints with IAM authentication. Explanation. Using VPC endpoints restricts access to the model within the company's private network, and IAM authentication ensures that only authorized internal applications can call the API. Question 7. A company must continuously monitor generative AI usage patterns to detect unusual behavior such as abnormal request spikes or suspicious prompts. Which AWS solution best supports this requirement? A. Track model usage via CloudWatch alerts. B. Ignore usage metrics. C. Monitor manually once per month. D. Disable metrics collection. Pause and think. Correct answer. A. Track model usage via CloudWatch alerts. Explanation. Using Amazon CloudWatch to monitor model invocation metrics and set alerts allows the company to detect unusual usage patterns in real time, such as spikes or suspicious prompts. This ensures proactive monitoring and rapid response. Unlike manual or disabled monitoring, B, C, D. Question 8. A company is concerned that its generative AI application might produce harmful or biased outputs. Which strategy best helps enforce responsible AI behavior? A. Allow unrestricted outputs from the AI model. B. Automate moderation to enforce policies before output. C. Disable monitoring of model responses entirely. D. Rely only on user feedback for guidance. Pause and think. Correct answer. B. Automate moderation to enforce policies before output. Explanation. Automating moderation ensures that harmful or biased outputs are filtered or flagged before reaching users, enforcing responsible AI behavior. So, if you're serious about the exam, consistent practice is non-negotiable. That's why I strongly recommend practicing with structured, scenario-driven materials like pass4success.com to simulate real exam pressure and logic. In upcoming videos, we'll cover additional domains of this exam. Make sure to like this video, comment with your exam timeline, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive session. Stay focused, stay consistent, and let's get you certified.